So we're going to be looking at snap sight picture. In order to get a quick snap sight picture, there's a few things that we need to do. We need to grip the rifle properly. We're going to take these 3 fingers and slide it through the loop. They stay there all the time. When we're not shooting, our finger is going to stay along the receiver. That includes when we're cycling the action, we're going to keep that finger as close to the receiver as possible so we're ready for the next shot. This will help us with our follow-up shots. It also is just playing properly and playing safe. So we're going to have our other hand grabbing the rifle at its balance point. When I'm holding the rifle with one hand, it should balance. This is going to make it really easy to bring it up, and it's going to make it so I don't get tired. For me, I find that when I reach way out, that my arms get tired fast and I start to get shaky. So we like to be in tight, keep the elbows underneath, up, down, up, down, up, down. So the next part of holding the rifle and getting ready to have that proper sight picture, or pardon me, that snap sight picture, is we want to make sure we have a good platform. The reason is when we're snapping up and making that shot, we want to not have to worry about it knocking us back, especially if you're shooting something like a 45-70 or a fairly large round. So we're just going to set the rifle down for a second, and in this case I'm shooting left-handed. Right? I'm going to have my feet braced like I'm getting ready to push a refrigerator. I'm here, I'm driving in, I'm locked with my heel to the deck. This rear leg is almost straight. My weight is over top, or pardon me, my knee is over top of this ankle, and I'm going to be up. I have a slight forward lean. That way if I'm shooting, whether it's a 12 gauge, whether it's a 7mm, whether it's a 45-70, whatever it is, I'll be able to take that recoil and I'm not going to get knocked back. Because when I'm back like this, it's not very stable. So we want to make sure that we're getting ready to push that fridge. This is here, hand on the balance point. So far so good. So when we pick up the rifle, when we have all that stuff, hand on fire control where it stays. I hold the rifle with the other hand at its balance point. Getting ready to push the fridge. The only thing that we need to worry about beyond that is I want to get this stock in my shoulder, and I want that to be a consistent weld. So that when I come up and I level the rifle, that it's coming to that eye. I don't want to move my head, I want to move the rifle to my eye. And so the fact that I'm always in the same position, that I weld it on the same, I know that when I level the rifle, roughly where that bullet's going to hit. So right now what we're looking at is not marksmanship as much as is acceptable accuracy. So you have to wind up firing some rounds that moves to that bear that's advancing on you quite quickly. This way you're going to be able to do it. Understandably, we're using a 22 right now. That's just because the ammo's cheap to train with. All the principles when you go up in caliber are going to be the same. The only thing that's going to change is the recoil management. That's why being braced properly will make a big difference. Having these elbows underneath so that they're supporting the rifle, the weight won't make a difference. And then you're just snap sight picture. So now we're going to get into the part where we actually start shooting. So the drill that we're going to do is we're going to stand here, balance point, grip, all that we talked about earlier. All right, when I snap this rifle up, I'm going to find that sight. I'm going to drop it over top what I want to hit. And I'm thinking front sight, front sight, front sight. I pull the trigger. Now, because we're looking at that snap sight picture, realistically, if we're dropping our front sight on the target at the ranges that we're dealing with this snap sight picture, that's going to be usually a hit. We are advocates of using steel plates for this, just so you get that immediate feedback. That was a good shot, that was a good shot, that was a good shot. So, here we go. Chamber check. And like everything, you should practice it both right and left-handed. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.